Here we are in Dallas, also known as Jerry World, for Sunday Night Football here in Sticky Bleachers. I am Cory.
I'm Bob, excited to be here at the Death Star for this Cowboys-Eagles matchup here.
Yes, odd to see the sun shining so brightly here in Sunday Night, especially in the big stadium with the 80-yard screen hanging. I'm surprised any sunlight can get through. But here's the kickoff anyway, Bob. Dan Bailey to get things started.
It's Texas in their new daylight savings time that they decided to implement. Only Texas, though.
Well, you know, Texas recently did get their independence from the United States in this fantasy world, so they can make whatever rules they want. But here's Carson Wentz getting started here for Philadelphia. What are we going to see from this offense tonight, Bob?
Well, they're coming off a very impressive win against the Vikings last week, but that's exactly what they started off doing against the Vikings, too, is fumble a bunch.
So just as we asked, Ryan Matthews coughs it up, and it's Morris here in Dallas, and he's got a first down. So Cowboys happy to be in business here early in the first.
And, of course, the Cowboys shocking the world by starting Tony Romo. First week that he's healthy to come back over Dak Prescott. So kind of a shocking turn of events there, Cory.
Well, you know what? Like we were talking about before the broadcast here, Bob, Jerry Jones got his way finally.
That's true, as he always does.
And there's Ezekiel Elliott, another man who could have been playing quarterback for these Cowboys tonight, Bob.
I think he can do whatever he wants, but a fumble at the 5-yard line, and it goes out of bounds, so a lucky break there for the Cowboys. Eagles got to pounce on that ball there, Cory.
We need to go down to the field and see why that ball is so slippery tonight here, Bob. Conditions seem to be perfect, but two quick fumbles in the first quarter here. We're not even a little more than 2 minutes into this game.
I think they've been dipping it in melted butter.
Ooh. All right.
But upon Tony Romo's request. But,
he wants everyone else to look worse, huh?
Well, he likes a slippery ball. So Dan Bailey with the kick here, and he gets the Cowboys on the board. 3-0 over the Eagles early on. But yeah, back to Tony Romo. He likes a slippery ball.
Yep.
So, you know, quarterbacks get their way a little bit with the preference.
There we go. And not like the that little Delta mud that they rub Major League Baseballs with. So he goes with the melted butter. Now, do you call that last possession, Bob, by Philadelphia's defense a victory to hold them to just 3 points?
I would absolutely say. Last week versus the Vikings, they came away with the turnover in the red zone. So giving up 3 is bare minimum. So
yep. So
keeping yourself in this game.
There we go. And they are in business here with a long pass completion down to Matthews. And here is the other Matthews taking it on the ground, Bob.
Absolutely. They're stockpiling last name Matthews, but Carson Wentz has been, I know it's beating a dead horse here, but incredibly impressive in his rookie year.
Ooh.
Definitely looks like a pro.
And that one just falls incomplete, so this Philly offense finally slowing down here. 3rd and 6. What's Carson Wentz going to do? He's got men open. He's got plenty of time. He's going to go down to Darren Sproles. A little bit of a...
Right in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Perfect throw, great catch. Can't leave Darren Sproles open like that in the middle of the field. And Carson Wentz had all day to throw that ball.
And it looked like he had
his
choice, Bob. 2 other receivers I saw running down the field, totally uncovered in the end zone. But I think he was just decided it was time for Darren Sproles to get that touchdown.
Yep, time for the Sproles to feed.
Yep, to feed the Sproles. Caleb Sturgis kicks it off right to the goal line, and they're going to bring that out. So that's one of those tough ones, Bob. You got to decide if you're going to take it out or not. But he was close enough that I think it was a good choice to bring that out just to be safe. And here's Romo back, and he's sacked.
Wow. Eagles brought the house, and that stout Cowboys offensive line just could not hold up.
Yep, well, unfortunately, Romo's now going to be operating out of his own end zone. He's got Des Bryant open, but he overthrows him, Bob.
Just that was a little bit of the rust there from Tony Romo, I would
now,
say.
Yes, you're right, Bob. 3rd down and a country mile here. That's complete for a first down.
It is, and that was a nice throw. And was that completed pass to Jason Witten, his safety blanket?
The ever-loving Jason Witten.
And it looks like he's got Des Bryant open on the left side of the field, and he just can't get to him.
He gets to Alfred Morris for a 1-yard pass completion. Well, he's getting the completion percentage up.
Romo's throwing some ugly passes out there to start. So
yeah, are you surprised that they're leaning so heavily on him, Bob, and not going to, and as we say, players like Ezekiel Elliott out of the backfield?
Yeah, it seems like they've kind of reversed their game plan from the first few weeks here.
Yeah.
And they're going to be forced to punt here. So, yeah, they rode Ezekiel Elliott and Prescott, to an impressive record here to start the season, and now it seems like they're back to gunslinging Tony Romo.
Yeah, and unfortunately, their drive does stall, and after the touchback, the Eagles will take over at their 20. 3-7 here, Bob, going towards halftime, but Philadelphia on the move, and he sheds a tackler, Bob.
Oh my gosh, he might get charges brought against him for that play.
And Green Beckham gets it inside the 5. Holy Hannah Banana, Bob.
That's assault, brother.
Can they punch it in here with Matthews?
And Matthews with the no gain, so he's still in the red zone at the own 5-yard line. Carson Wentz, let's see if he takes through the air. Oh, he's going to keep it on the ground, juking and jiving. He
makes a move, and he gets the touchdown, Bob. So Carson Wentz deciding it's time for him to get himself a rushing touchdown. Hello, welcome to the NFL.
Absolutely. He's got sneaky wheels, I'd say.
Sneaky wheels.
He's not.
Okay. Not squeaky. Not squeaky wheels, but sneaky wheels.
Not squeaky. No, Peyton Manning had squeaky wheels.
Yeah, he had.
Carson Wentz has sneaky wheels.
He did have squeaky wheels a little bit. You're right, Bob. Caleb Sturgis having himself an okay night here, a quiet okay night.
Yeah. Peyton Manning, when he started to run, looked like he was always running in slow motion.
Yes, yes.
Even if it was in real time.
With both arms flailing a little bit like a synchronized swimmer on a bad day.
And a panicked look on his face.
Like, oh that wide-eyed look like he's waiting for that Papa John's pizza.
Very well, yeah. He's always waiting for the Papa John's pizza now. Alfred Morris with a nice reception, and he gets to the first down, so 2nd and long, and the Cowboys convert. They're going to call a timeout here. Plenty of time to score. They need to get on the board here. They can't go down. They'll hear the boo birds.
And there you go. You're right, Bob. And that's the kind of throw I think you need to have Romo be making. Coming off of an injury like that, get him some quick releases, keep him clean in the pocket, and let him get some confidence.
Well, and the other thing, too, Corey, is that the Eagles are just getting a ton of pressure, whether they're getting to Romo or not. They're really picking apart this impressive offensive line that the Cowboys have really relied on the last few years now.
Right, you are. Here's 3rd and short. They're going to go to the ground, and Elliott's going to lose yardage. So decision time here. They are going to punt it away. They're going safe. And as you predicted, Bob, here come the Boo Birds here in Jerry World.
Yeah, you can definitely hear them right now. They don't take kindly to this kind of playing of the football.
That's right. They want to score. They wish Troy Aikman was still playing. Unfortunately, he is next door to us in the studio with Joe Buck, who just came back from calling the Cubs victory in the 2016 World Series, Bob.
Yeah, I believe they've developed time travel for Joe Buck specifically so that he can just warp from one sports event to another.
Well, that's right, and it's always great when he gets to cover both really in the same city, Bob, and you get to see the blimp footage of Joe Buck getting into his car service and driving across the city in his Uber.
We call that Buck Watch.
Yes. Joe Buck arriving at the stadium.
And a nice run there for the first down. That's going to take us into halftime. So,
all right, there we go.
In this heated rivalry, Eagles have the victory.
Yes, and here's a little highlight from Thursday night here. Jacksonville takes it over Tennessee 21-20. So Jacksonville continues their impressive run, Bob, in our simulated series in what was billed as one of the least enticing games of the week. Here is the Packers and the Falcons, and Green Bay does take it 24-21 in a rather low-scoring game, usually when those two teams are involved, although they both offensive slowed down a little bit. Here is the surging Bills and the struggling Patriots, and Buffalo takes it 33-31, so their good luck continues, and the Patriots' woes in our simulation do go on this season, Bob. So back to Jerry World here. 14-3, Cowboys, the home team, is down. They did get the 3 points just off of the turnover there, but their offense has not done very much. What can they do to get this game, Bob?
If I'm being honest, they got to bring in Prescott.
Got to bring in Dak Prescott. Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen. Like you said before we went to the half, Tony Romo's got to make those easy, short passes and let the playmakers make plays. I don't think Dez Bryant even has a catch yet. So you got to get the ball into his hand and let him get some space and make a play.
All right, and the Eagles just need to keep it clean. As we go to our halftime festivities here, let me pass along our thanks to Tech Monster, the programmer of this patch with modern rosters. You can find that hack and more about Tecmo Super Bowl news over at techmobowl.org. Let's get started with the second half. Caleb Sturgis to Danny Whitehead to get things started, Bob.
You ever think Caleb Sturgis has gone to Sturgis?
I'm sure that's a no-brainer, and I bet not one single biker recognized him by face.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
They said, "Hey guys, NFL player here. Hi, hi. Can someone come to my merch table, please?" They're all over at Pete Rose's autograph table, paying him $50 a piece.
Yeah, to shake his hand.
To shake his hand.
Oh, and there it is, right on cue. Des Bryant with a nice reception down the field, and the Cowboys coming out hot, Corey. They're in business.
There we go, and Des Bryant is going to be the key to getting in this game. As you said, Bob, key to the second half was Des Bryant, who's been quiet in the first half. Here's Alfred Morris, former Washington rival of the Cowboys. Now he's, of course, on the team. Romo and company in business.
Making he starts playing for the Giants, he's going to have all the trifecta here.
And there's the safety valve, Bob, back of the end zone. You said it.
Jason Witten.
There he is.
Old man.
The old man Witten, but you know what? Call him old man touchdown because Cowboys back in this
35
game.
years old, getting ready to retire.
Hey, Tony Gonzalez kept scoring touchdowns until the last day.
Put him out to pasture.
Yeah, well, do you mean to the CBS studio show? Is that what you mean by pasture?
Yeah, that's putting it out.
Or well, no, I guess at the NFL Network studio show is really that's the back 40. Yeah. That's the back 40 pasture.
Yeah, that's where they just go, we'll find a spot for you. Just organize these files right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, and the ball's tipped up in the air. Should have been intercepted there.
Oh, little tip drill, little bounceration. But, yes, Carson Wentz is fortunate not to have that one pulled down by the Cowboys. Let's see what they do here. He's got plenty of time to throw. Here's Green Beckham again. Oh.
And the wide receiver woes of the Eagles continue. Yeah, that's a ball he should have had, Corey. It's a beautiful thrown ball.
That's right. And Green Beckham did have that nice long reception earlier, but this one is picked off, Bob.
Is picked off, so the Cowboys defense also responds, well, along with the offense here, and Romo takes over.
And that's how they got their points in the first half, Bob. So let's see if they can turn this one into more than 3. Ezekiel Elliott, that's a forward pass complete, just enough for a first down.
Yep. Nice run there by Ezekiel Elliott. They got to get him involved in the game a little bit more, too. I know they're down, but they still have to establish the run.
I agree, Bob. They cannot give up on it, especially just down one possession as they are.
Again, Romo with some time to throw, finally, and he throws to Des Bryant, who makes a wonderful catch there in the end zone. So here we go, Cowboys. Here we go.
Too bad we can't get a replay on that one. A diving, sliding grab in the end zone by Des Bryant. So the big weapon finally loaded and firing, Bob.
The Boo Birds have ceased, and now they've turned into Cheerbirds.
Taking a bit of a break here as the Cowboys take their first lead since the first quarter when they got that field goal to make it 3-0, Bob.
Yep, let's see how the Eagles and Carson Wentz respond here. I think they got to be aggressive and take a shot down the field right away.
All right, well, Wentz in the shotgun. Maybe he's looking forward to doing just that, but they do go for the completion to Green Beckham, who picks up 9 on first down.
Yep, just taking what you're giving you.
There we go, and here's Matthew. So they're not giving up on the run either, Bob. Maybe they're just setting up play action pass maybe to go down the field?
Perhaps, and there's plenty of time left, so more time they can take off before they score. Works in their favor.
All right, well, Matthews loses 3 on that one, and that's going to put Wentz back in the shotgun, and they do a little reverse there, and Wentz takes it himself on the keeper. He's got the first
sneaky
down.
Wheels.
He's got more. There's the sneaky wheels, Bob. Absolutely right. He is down to the 35 as we go to our fourth quarter. Players putting 4 fingers in the air. 5 minutes left to go in this game.
I just saw Jerry Jones throw down his nachos in his booth up there.
Very upset.
He is not mad, or he's not happy. He's very mad.
All right, and there's another first down. So Eagles knocking on the door. Well, definitely in field goal range, but of course they're going to look for a lot more than that. They're going to try to take this lead back.
And that's thrown in double coverage there. Risky throw there by Carson, and probably should have been picked off.
Yes, he got lucky there.
Got receivers open downfield. Thank you for Papa John's and our HD camera.
Can he find him?
Interception in the end zone for a touchback. And so Jerry Jones is now picking up his nachos off the floor.
Yeah, Jerry, I wouldn't eat those, buddy. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just get some new ones. Just tell him you're Jerry Jones.
Oh, and they got the first down, so
all right.
He's celebrating now.
Are you curious to see them going to the air here, Bob, with under 4 minutes left to go and a one-possession lead? Not going for a little more conservative play calling.
I think they can take some chances in the air here a little bit. I mean, it seems like Romo's found a rhythm, and as long as they throw it to Bryant or Witten,
yeah, here they go,
reliable receivers
deep downfield, and with the elevation, it's Des Bryant. That's NBA-style elevation, Bob.
Superhero elevation there.
Wow-wee. He's got some ups.
Iron Man looking.
Yes, you're right, Bob. He's got jets on his feet, does Des Bryant, and now they're knocking on the door of a touchdown, so they're not going to run the clock out. They're going to Des Bryant again, 2 plays in a row, and he's got the touchdown.
And Des with his second touchdown of the game, and the Cowboys kind of trying to put this thing away here real
There
quick.
we go. Well, it does make it a 2-possession game, and with this PAT, they make it 10 points. So the Eagles going to have to score quickly, get the onside, and score again.
Absolutely. Let's see what Barner can do with the return here.
Looks like they go for the short short kick. Not quite the squibber.
Yep, but just make them return it. And I know I said it last time, but Carson Wentz and the Eagles have to take a shot down the field, but it looks like they're going to rely on the run still.
Yep, I definitely agree with the call of the short kick to hinder them setting up the nice return, although Eagles not really known for having the home run threat on special teams this year.
Yep, but last week they did take one back, so maybe they found a little rhythm.
A little something. All right, they found a seam. Maybe that's what they saw on film.
Maybe.
The Jerry's club. Oh, and that one's picked off.
Carson Wentz, unfortunately, with his 3rd interception of the game. 4th Eagles turnover here.
Wow, and that's just
Can't win games, you turn the ball over.
There you go,
Cory.
Bob. Is that turnover number 3 or 4? I think that's number 4 for these Eagles this game.
I think it's number 4 for the Eagles.
I'll have to check.
Number 3 for Carson.
Yeah,
himself.
we'll have to take a look at Sticky Bleachers stats and info when we finish up the game here to confirm that number.
We're going to get our computer truck working.
That's right. The staff here at Jerry World is not very good about bringing us the stat sheet up to our booth here in the very, very top rafters of the stadium. In fact, I don't even think they know we're here, and let's keep it that way. Here's Romo there.
They do bring us plenty of lukewarm water, which is really nice.
We're all right with that.
Now, just adding salt to the wound, Des Bryant with his 3rd touchdown of the game, and Tony Romo with his 4th touchdown. So took those boos to heart, Cory, it seems like, in halftime.
I guess, yeah. They
went back, had a good cry, and then came back and was like, I'm not going to let him hurt me.
They have had an explosive second half, have the Cowboys here, Bob. You're exactly right. And not taking their foot off the gas pedal one bit. And Romo has just gotten sharper and sharper as this ball game has gone on.
Absolutely. And I guess you can expect that from a veteran quarterback, right?
Well, yes, coming back from the injury, seems like he had to kind of shake the rust off a little bit. This one's going to be a nice long completion there to Matthews, but unfortunately it's all going to be moot as the clock's going to run out on this ball game and the Eagles' hopes for the playoffs on display.
Just trying to pad the scoreboard here, just to make it look a little respectable.
There we go. We got another reception there. 31-14 is your final, Bob. Let's take a quick look around the league for the standings. So Buffalo, with that win over New England, extends their lead and picks up the tiebreaker 7-1. Cincinnati 6-2 over there in the AFC North on top of things. Pretty well in control. Jacksonville with the win over Tennessee, division rivals, extending that lead over there. So some surprising teams here. Here's Kansas City 5-2, up just a half a game in points over Oakland in the AFC West. So that's a very interesting race to watch. Over to the NFC. Look at this tight race, Bob. 4-3 all the way down. 6-2.
The NFC least.
There you go. And Chicago had one game over Green Bay, so they're faltering a little bit. Carolina 5-2, just over New Orleans at 4-3, but that's also a tight race there. And here we go out to the NFC West. Seattle still just a half a game up over Arizona. That's the game that we saw last week. But let's get it back here to not Chicago, Bob, to Dallas to wrap things up.
The Chicago of Texas.
It really is the Chicago of Texas. So let's wrap things up here. Cowboys take it over division rivals, Eagles 31-14. Carson Wentz not as sharp as he has been. Tony Romo coming back from the long-time injury, as sharp as we've ever seen him.
Right. It was a tale of 2 halves for these teams. The Eagles looked really impressive there in the first half. The Cowboys looked like they couldn't find any rhythm. And that completely changed in the second half for both teams. So the Eagles lost all their rhythm, and the Cowboys found theirs. So
there we go.
Just a tale of 2 halves there.
And
Cory.
Dak Prescott has to be on that bench wondering if he's ever going to see a snap in the NFL, or at least on Jerry's team, ever again. I think that's going to wrap it up for us here at Sticky Bleachers for this week. I am Cory, signing off.
I'm Bob. We'll see you next week.